My name's Emie Diamond, and I'm the curator of Ici Repose, the exhibition set in the hybrid spaces of the House of KOKO and Vortic online. The exhibition itself, it touches on a variety of different concepts, from the woman in nature to the idea of illusionism versus artificiality. I've titled the exhibition Ici Repose, and it's really looking at this idea of here rests. The female figure throughout history, but particularly, in the time since the late 19th century. This exhibition, it came about where Vortic approached me to curate a show. They said they had this Vortic curated program now where they were working with curators internationally who could then realize pretty much whatever exhibition of their dreams they wanted because it's in virtual reality. So when they first asked me about this, I thought, what sets apart virtual reality from any of the other exhibitions I've worked on? The first thing I thought of was, okay, I'd like to have a painting to root the show in that I could never actually have in real life. I thought immediately to my favorite painting, Manet's Le Déjeuner sur l'herbe, and really built the show around the concepts in that painting. It's the first instance of modern art and the avant-garde female figure. So from there, I looked to one of the other historical artists, which I really enjoy, Suzanne Valadon. People really don't know of her, but she was really one of the first commercially successful women, early 20th century. She's remarkable particularly because she was self-taught in a time when women, of course it was very difficult to have any career, any real formal schooling in art. And she went on to create these paintings, and they were very forward-thinking for her time. And it's just such a wonderful example of a woman who has really created her own life at a time when it just wasn't possible. In building an exhibition, sometimes I have my initial ideas and then I just go for it, and then I let the images tell me what the story is. It's kind of, you start to find the thread amongst them, because you almost can't overthink it too much in the beginning because you also don't know what's available out there. So I did bring in some contemporary artists as well. The ones that are in the room here are London-based artists particularly, but I also have emerging contemporary internationally as well. Some of the artists include Devereux, and then we have Gill Button. She creates these more gestural, intimate paintings. I should also mention that I have Anna Blom, who's quite different from the other artists in that her work is much more abstracted. Here in the penthouse, I've pulled a selection of work from the Ici Repose exhibition on Vortic.art. I've chosen particularly artists that are based in London, so that's really the core thread that brings these works together in the space. I think that what I'm most interested in people feeling when they come to my show is curiosity. Asking questions, like looking at Anna's work and trying to understand how that ties into the subject, and looking at Vanessa's painting and wondering about the person's life who's being featured. That's exciting to me. These artworks here are available for anyone who lives in London or is coming through London this month. But certainly the benefit to working with an exhibition in virtual reality is that I can share the link with anyone. The thing that's really exciting about virtual reality is that the quality is unparalleled. I mean, there were so many people that put on the headsets and came away from it saying, I had no idea it was going to be that way, once I was actually in the platform. I personally love this exhibition because I was able to create a show around my favorite painting. It's something that my professor probably would have laughed at me about actually at the time, that I was going to be able to, I always talked about this work, but to actually have it in my show. The show is on for the next 3 months, but after that it'll be archived, which is definitely a benefit, of course, for working in the virtual realm, because all the exhibitions I've had over the years, I can look at photographs and have the memories, but I can actually, still experience the show in however many years from now.